we all know that there is one God. And we also realize the necessity to go back to the Father. Unless we are one with the Father, we will never get peace of mind. We can never be happy. We can never save ourselves from transmigration of soul, from this world, from this creation. So we all feel the necessity to go back to the Father. And we also know the Father whom we are all trying to seek is nowhere outside. He is within every one of us. Every mistake has tried to emphasize on this point that Lord is nowhere outside. He is within every one of us. If there is one Lord and He is within every one of us, and the Lord has made all of us alike, so naturally the path leading back to the Father can also be within us. It cannot be outside at all. And it has to be the same path for all of us, which is within every one of us. Our spiritual journey starts from the sole of our feet and ends at the top of our head. In the body, the seat of soul and mind knotted together is at the eye center. This place is known as Shiv Netra or Tisra Til or third eye, single eye or door of your house. You can give it any name. From here, our mind works. From here, our mind is pulled downward toward the senses. And through these 9 apertures, it has spread into the whole creation. Since it is fond of pleasures, so it has become slave of the senses. Being slave of the senses, we commit so many karma, so many sins. And when we die along with those sins, along with those karmas. And those karmas in the next birth becomes our master. And we become the slave. So slave can have no free will in the house at all. Only the master is free in his own house. So those karmas become our master and we become the slave of those karmas. And due to those karmas, we shift from house to house, we shift from flesh to flesh and remain miserable in the separation of the Father. So unless we become free within our own house, we become the master of our own house, we can never get peace of mind, we can never go back to the Father. So soul can only become worthy of the Father when it has no covering over it, when it shines, when it becomes whole. So the purpose of meditation is to unknot this knot of mind and soul, to release the soul from the clutches of the mind and to make our mind pure. As long as the mind is pulling us toward the senses, we cannot have a worse enemy than this. When the mind is attached to that Shabad and Naam or melody within, we cannot have a better friend than the mind. So we have to convert the enmity of the mind into its friendship. So when the mind gets taste of that nectar within, it automatically leaves all the pleasures of the world. And when it comes to its own source, soul automatically gets released from the mind, then it becomes whole. Every building has a strong foundation. The stronger the foundation, the better holds the building. So similarly, we have not to sin, and also we have to attend to our meditation. And what worse thing can follow us if we sin also along with meditation? We may have to scale back to the level of the creation again and again. So in order to become whole, we have to abstain from the worldly pleasures, sensual pleasures, and we have to build our meditation. And then only soul gets released from the clutches of the mind and it becomes pure. And that is why Christ said, if thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. If you are able to withdraw yourself from the 9 apertures and open this third eye, single eye, what you will find? Nothing but light and light. That light which gives life to the universe, that light which gives life to every one of us, that light which shines within every one of us.